Did you know by 2050 that the ocean will be filled with more plastic than there are fish? That's in 30 years. Today I will speak to you about the issues with pollution and why reducing, reusing, and recycling are so vital. I have focused on these 3 R's through books, academic journals, articles, credible websites, and scientific studies. I have learned more about the root cause of pollution and the importance of these 3 R's. Today I will explain how pollution is ruining the world and how to reuse, ways to reduce, and the good of recycling. Let's look at the reality of pollution and how it is ruining the world. So ocean faces many effects, the ecosystem does. So about 1 million birds are killed every year, and along with that, 100,000 sea mammals are killed every year. I found this information from What People Are Doing to the Ocean that was published in 2007. Also, there are predictions that by the 2050s, that the ocean will rise 18 to 60 centimeters. This changes many marine ecosystems. The pollution that is on the shoreline will seep into the salty ocean, causing many ecosystem problems. One of them specifically is the coral reefs bleaching. This change can affect many marine lives, and this I found in 11 facts about recycling. In one day, a person can make up about 4 pounds of trash. Shocking, right? So how can we fix this pollution problem we created? Well, there's these things called reducing, reusing, and recycling. So let's move on to what reusing is. Reusing is, according to Webster Dictionary, is using again in a different way and reclaiming or reprocessing it. And according to the author Mac Zulek, in 2010, he explains how waste treatment needs more reusing and needs more ways to find other ways to get rid of waste matter. So tips that they have are ways to reuse are thrifting, reusing water bottles, and buying things like reusable paper towels and whatnot. So now that we understand the vital importance of reusing, we can look into reducing. So according to World Watch Institution, they calculated that the planet has about 4.7 acres of land available for each person's resources, and that also includes their waste. So with that being said, the average person uses about 5.7 acres. That is 1 acre more than needed, times 8 billion or 10 billion people, because the population continues to change. So these startling calculations show that people need to take accountability for how much trash they're using. So despite the efforts to reduce the mountains of paper waste, this waste category is rising in the US alone. So the United States uses almost 700 pounds of paper per person per year. So with that being said, we can look into other options, like zero waste. So what is zero waste? According to Akiki, in 2019, she stated that they reduce what they need, they reuse what they can, and they recycle what they must, and then they compost everything else. That is what a zero waste person does. So the first step into creating less waste is reducing. So ask yourself, what do I really need? In Ireland, they introduced a 50-cent plastic bag tax, and that reduced their usage of plastic bags 90% that 1 year. It is now 22 cents, so the tax rate has gone up for them, making it less likely for people to use plastic bags. I found that on Ocean Crusaders, which was published in 2020. Things that can be easily reduced are single plastic things, like free pens and free frisbees when you go to events. Do you really need that? No. So another thing that can be reduced is plastic bags. Bring your own reusable bags. And another thing is junk mail. Minimize your junk mail, unsubscribe, all of those good things. So shoppers worldwide are using approximately 500 billion single-use plastics a year. I also found that on Ocean Crusaders. So things that you can do, you can also use thrift clothing, go thrifting, exchange clothes with your friends, and whatnot, because do we really need a new set of jeans? So now that we know the effects of reducing, we can learn more about recycling and the good in it. So in Germany, they recycle bottles. They collect their bottles over a period of time, and then they take them to a machine which gives them money for each bottle that they return, depending on what type of bottle it is. This gives an incentive to save your bottles so they can eventually reuse them and recycle them. Approximately 75% of what we recycle, or of what we use of waste is recyclable, but about 30% of it is what we recycle. So about 40% of it goes to waste. I found out on 11 facts about recycling. So did you know that one aluminum can save enough energy to charge an iPad to listen through one album? That's shocking as well. So just one can. A normal family goes through about 2 cans, potentially of vegetables and whatnot, in one night. By understanding the importance of recycling, we can understand the importance of these 3 R's and curb pollution. All of these points help us understand how we can change pollution rates. And today we learned about reducing, reusing, and recycling, and the importance of curbing pollution. So today I also spoke to you about the pollution rates and how they are harming the world, how we can reuse, waste to reduce, and good of recycling. So with that being said, go about your daily life and think about these 3 R's: reducing, reusing, and recycling. Thank you.